Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the cheapest team for the Great League Remix Cup. Of course, you could be cheaper with the Golbat being non-shadow, but otherwise it's like the cheapest, and you can also definitely use the non-shadow Golbat. I used the non-shadow Golbat for the whole time already in my Road to Glory series. If you haven't checked that out already, that's actually a series that comes out way better than I expected it to be. And right now it's even the start where it's lamest. Like, it's gonna be so crazier like at the end of the season when we actually tried to hit ranks there. But yeah, like I tried normal Golbat. Normal Golbat is totally fine in Remix Cup. Otherwise, every Pokemon which you see here has 10k as a charge move unlock. Of course, like Golbat then 12k because it's Shadow. If it's not Shadow, if it's even Purified, it's even lower there. But 10k for everything there. No one needs XL. No one needs any special moves that you can only get through events. So it's super accessible for a lot of people. And look at this perfect swap on the Earthquake. This allows me to get to one Blizzard and a one Mud Bomb, which is gonna win me the game. Like, such a good swap there. Saved me the game there. Good game. But yeah, in general, this video is gonna showcase my ELO reveal. You might have already seen a video before, depending on how the Dragon event is. Right now it's like noon, the fixed, and Niantic hasn't said anything about the Dragon event, even though it's gonna be released in, for me, like now in 7.5 hours in New Zealand already. So most likely in like 5 hours already in those regions in the world where like nearly no island is or something. Like, we have like some time zones before New Zealand. Usually I can get rates from New Zealand, so most likely I'm gonna get like a video out on the new Dragon if it gets released, which is nearly 100% sure, already before. So you saw my ELO there, and my ELO there was definitely way lower than the ELO I'm gonna get at the end of the video. Why? I had crazy queue times. I got ranked up so high, just because I had such a crazy streak before. And I think I didn't win negative for like 4 days in a row or something, and like went crazy positive in general. Like, you saw already the last two teams that I showcased before, which were the Skarmory team, which I stole from House Dark, which was really good, and the Diggersby Hyper Beam team. Both of them worked so well for me, like, was such a good team in general, both of them. And now you're gonna see still this team, which is really solid. I went 3-2, where I lost 2 games just because of the game being completely laggy. I stopped then playing because the game was unplayable, basically. That I definitely would have won one of the games without that, without the lag in general. And then I went 4-1, and then I went 5-0 as well. So this team was like so good. And in general, then I have now 2 teams that are coming up after this review, like mostly directly after that, like in the following days. And one team is already something that you might know, and the other one is a pretty meta team. But both of them just worked so well, like I didn't really go negative whatsoever. So I had so many nice sets that I got ranked really high, as you're gonna see there. And then I tried to just play my other sets for Ace, and I just had 20-minute queues, and then everything lagged because the phone overheated because you had to stay in the queue for like 20+ minutes. Wasn't fine. Wasn't fun at all in general. So yeah, I decided to tank down to like 2000 rating right now, where I am, because like, yeah, it was just unplayable. I don't want to have queue times after a week already, from like in Go Battle League in general. Like, of course I could stay up there, wait until the leaderboards out, and could make a cool video or look at me being on the leaderboards. But it wasn't really my main objective, so I just went here and tried my best with this super cheap team, and I got really high with that. Like, you're gonna see the ELO is actually, I think, the 3rd highest I've seen someone got ranked up. But I already saw like, I don't know, 10-20 people getting ranked up, but most of them were way lower than me. My win rate wasn't even the best because I had like the lag issues before when we had the new version, which is now kinda fixed, kinda not fixed, of course. But it was definitely better than it was at that time, where I lost like nearly every game because I got desynced immediately. But yeah, I didn't really start well into the season. But the last days, like right now, were like so good that I went up just so crazy from the win streak. Like, in general, from the win rate, I think I was like a 60% win rate after 2-3 days or something, which was okay but not good. And now it was like, when I hit the rating here, like somewhere above 70, I think 72% or something. So at the higher rank where I play better, people actually had such a crazy good win streak with all those teams I showcased and gonna showcase in the next 2 days, that I just went up so high in terms of rating, which was really, really nice. Even though I never tried, even though I changed my team every 3-4 sets, I still managed to get such a good rating at the end. And yeah, seeing Molar here, again, I hate this thing like so much. Yeah, this thing, it's gonna be so much fun in Love Cup having Chansey and this thing around. Like, that matchup, if you have this guy against like a Chansey, the matchup's gonna take like 10 years. Like, what the hell? Both of them have like so much HP stats, so even like the quick moves won't do anything. Gonna be actually interesting. I kind of want to see that right now. Let me see real quick. Who would win it? In XL Chansey or the Molar? Would be very interesting to see this matchup, because we're definitely gonna have this matchup a lot of times during the Love Cup. Who is excited? Not me. And who would win this? Chansey. Let's see, Chansey has 180 more HP and barely loses in the 1 shields and 2 shields, but wins in the 0 shields by like a few HP. So yeah, this is a completely such a lame matchup. It's gonna take like so long. Like so many turns. Oh, this is actually Zen Headbutt. I think Zen Headbutt might be better now than Pound, because Pound got nerfed. But yeah, actually Zen Headbutt wins way more matchups nowadays, so I guess Pound is kind of outdated on Chansey, which is interesting, because usually you're always running that with Pound, but I guess Zen Headbutt has some more play now. Zen Headbutt also have the effectivity against like fighting types and poison types, so might be very interesting. But I'm drifting away from the main topic again. We have this beautiful 10k unlocked team here, and it's just working so well. Like Green, you see even Green on my opponent's team there. Green is something that you rarely see, but it's just so good. It's so spammy. You can beat nearly everything. You do some damage. I don't know even how this works, but this thing hurts like crazy and still tanks everything. I think because Body Slam is such a good move, who just stab us all them, basically boosting up the damage to amount of a more like attack rated Pokemon. And yeah, here we're gonna lose still against this Jirachi. Jirachi lead is of course a little bit tricky, even though you have a good coverage there, but that was one of the few losses. Against Hypno here, I can just go for the crunch, get a shield, get an extra move through, which is beautiful. He also the Fire Punch does nothing. He goes into Licky Tongue, Lick does nothing either. I might be even able to survive one move there, so I'm just gonna go for some Bullet Seeds and try to farm down, maybe get some extra moves through. I have 2 moves throughout now. I can go into my Golbat. I'm gonna catch the move. I have to shield the next one though, but I should be able to basically KO this Licky Tongue if I want to. But what I'm doing here is farm a bit extra, because I know if you can swap out now, I am still gonna be able to get to the Shadow Ball there with the Golbat. And I get a shield at least there. I have a crunch stored, going for the crunch here. Won't KO him, but another Body Slam definitely will KO him. I have like only a little bit HP left there. We have to go into our own Wish Cast. He goes into his Wish Cast. And this is gonna be a little bit tricky, but we actually get like getting the Blizzard there on the shield, which is really nice. And here I'm just gonna try to go for the Mud Bomb and see. Yeah, I expected him to swap out there. I thought it would be actually not that low, so I actually can just go for the Mud Bomb, go for the Blizzard, KO this thing, and this is gonna be a good game there. Very nice play there. The Wish Cast just comes in handy. Very good lead here. We have to get the Fighting type out anyway. Empoleon is really tricky, because Empoleon against the Wish Cast is not even the worst matchup for the Empoleon, especially. I think I should have been able to farm him down there actually, but I think I waited like 1 turn somewhere where I just lagged a little bit, because this extra turn there really mattered. Now I'm 2 shields down. This game is basically over. I mean, what can I do here? He doesn't even shield this. He's pretty low. He has Pro Pass against my Golbat with 2 shields and a Machamp in the back. There's nothing I can do there. I actually get the shield here, which is nice, and I'm also gonna get this Shadow Ball off, which is also pretty nice. But at this point, yeah, what do I want to do? Like, here we're gonna get the Magnet Bombed. We already solo on our little scroll thingy. So there's nothing really we can do here, sadly. We can go for 1 Mud Bomb there, but my opponent doesn't expect me to get to another move somehow. And we just farm him down and win, even though he had a Machamp with energy and a hard counter Pokemon with the Pro Pass against me. I have no idea how I still won this, but the squirrel just tanked all the moves and just didn't care whatsoever. Here my opponent has a lot of balls, because he just doesn't want to shield this whatsoever, but goes into a Bronzong here. which is a little bit scary because this thing hurts. Bronzong might be a very interesting pick for the Sinnoh Cup as well, as this thing has access to Bulldoze, being able to destroy fighting types, and also Bastion might be very interesting, while still resisting, for example, the Polar Snow of Frostless. So it might be a really cool Pokemon to look into. We have the Machamp there still, like, I don't know how we want to win this anymore. We have one shield left, but like Machamp against one Pokemon that's basically dead and does nothing, and one Pokemon that's a normal type. Pretty tricky, but my Squirrel doesn't care whatsoever. We can go for a Body Slam here. Gonna get a shield, and we can go for another Body Slam here and KO him, because the Squirrel is just broken and gets too fast to moves. Like, it's literally just a showcase of Whiscash sweeping at the end with Blizzard and my Squirrel destroying people. We can take Avalanche easily, but afterwards we have to shield a lot, which is kind of annoying because, yeah, Crunch doesn't KO him, even doesn't even come close there. We can go for a Body Slam there. I hope that he shields. He shields. I think now he's actually already in Body Slam range anyway, even though it's double resisted. Body Slam hurts. He gets the extract move in there, which is annoying, because now we have to shield again here. But we're gonna be able to win this matchup easily. And we can realign our Pokemon, which is always kind of nice. My opponent goes into Magcargo, and this is important that we can realign our Pokemon, because we need it this year, and we just want to get him basically into the range where one Blizzard KOs, so the defense drop helps here really. And also my opponent has to throw a Blizzard here, so he's gonna lose a lot of energy. I'm so close to a Blizzard anyway. But at this point I thought, okay, actually I'll go for the Blizzard. I thought I could just go for the Mud Bomb, but I just made the safe play there, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway. But I think a Mud Bomb would have KO'd after 2 debuffs already, so yeah, good game there. And also as well, like, Whiscash has so much more play this time around because of all the Magcargo. Like, you can just completely wall Magcargo with Whiscash. That's why Magcargo is also not as good in the open Great League, because you have like the water types in general, but also Swampert around, and like it doesn't do anything against Swampert. Here another Magcargo. Hi, he goes to the Rock Tomb, and we can just go for one. I think it doesn't KO even. Yeah, it's so bulky, but we can still farm him down. He goes into Cresselia. I kind of want to save my Whiscash here. So what I'm going to do here is shield actually, and hope that I can just farm a little bit more and go into my Golbat. Maybe he doesn't shield this. He doesn't shield this. He has a Politoed in the back. That's game over. Like, Politoed cannot do anything. He has to throw here because Mudshot won't KO me. He's debuffed, and our Squirrel is completely like broken anyway. So Greedent here just gonna destroy him, like, easily. Can just farm down with Bullet Seeds at this point. Look how little this does, like, does nothing. And Greedent just like destroys my opponent again. Next up, we're gonna have Golbat against Pelipper, something that's a little bit more tricky. You don't really want to have this thing against your Whiscash unless he has shields down and already has some pre-damage on him. But it's an okay matchup for your Golbat. My opponent goes into Greedent and was like, I kinda want to get his defense a little bit lower, so I'm just gonna go for some Poison Fang. I should be able to farm a little bit extra. I catch the next Body Slam perfectly, and at this point I know that I should be able to get to the move before him. I don't think it KOs. Okay, he actually shields anyway. I have a move stored now. Body Slam hurts, but my opponent goes into Primeape, and this is a little bit annoying now, because I cannot swap out in time, and I have to kind of shield here. And I have to hope that I can farm down in time, and we're barely gonna be able to do that, but my opponent had a move start already, and I think that's gonna be a good game. There's nothing we can do here anymore. I'm just gonna surrender. I didn't expect the Gradient to have a move already again, but yeah, it does make sense. So, good game there. And into the final match, we're gonna see a Cast Form, which is a little bit of a trickier Pokemon, but my opponent goes into Frostless against me. I like to see that, because Frostless against this Greedent is not the best answer anyway. So we can just go for a Crunch, KO him, or just like get a shield. Get a shield, all fine. He might actually be able to win on 2 shields though, that's kind of annoying. I think he's actually going to be able to do that. Oh no, he doesn't shield, that's so lucky for me. I think he could have farmed me down. But yeah. Now you're gonna see after this game my rating, which I got ranked up to. I am super close to a veteran there, but of course I didn't really want to stay in queue forever, so I just dropped down to 2000 rating again. With a nice OF 25 with a 10-10-10 CP team. Worked pretty well for me. And yeah, you're gonna see my rating after I just beat this nice Registeel. I think I should be able to win this game still. Registeel doesn't really do anything, and I think my opponent makes a bigger mistake there. I know that, yeah, he tried to sack swap there, didn't work out. I can just go for the Mud Bomb now, KO this thing, and no, have fun with my rating. See you in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.